We're excited to connect you with knowledge and tips to help make your life easier. This is a podcast series for the Hillsborough County Tax Collector's Office. And I'm here with Nancy Millan, your elected tax collector. I'm Grayson Comm. I'm excited to be a part of this. And we're bringing you a series of podcasts to give you insights into what happens here in your government. And Nancy, maybe talk to me about why it's so important to help people understand what goes on here.
It's truly important. Our role is often people don't actually understand what the tax collector does, and we play an essential role in everybody's lives every single day. Not only are we collecting property taxes for 560,000 parcels that are out here in Hillsborough County, but we also serve as agents of the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. So driver's licenses, IDs, when you register your vehicles, your trailers, your boats, guess what? You're coming to visit our office. And that is something that hits near and dear to everyone's heart, right? Because every single year, you're gonna have to come and visit us. And so what we'd like to do with these series of podcasts is inform people, get them ready, get them prepared. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about the DMV. Well, we're not the DMV.
Right.
And so I think it's important to have these sessions and have these conversations so that we can make it easy and accessible to everyone to come visit our office.
Well, you mentioned some of the different services that are provided here. Obviously, it's important, the tax collecting responsibility, that's the funding engine for the entire county. Everything
right.
we need out here, the roads, the sidewalks, the services, it powers all of that. Maybe talk to me about some of these different services people may not realize that are all handled by the tax collector's office.
The county, all of the county services, social services, aging services are all funded through the taxing authorities. Also our schools, our school board also is a taxing authority where we collect all of your, neighborhoods and HOAs. If you're not in HOAs, there's a CDDs that are collected and special assessments, lighting districts, roads. All of those are collected through property taxes and distributed throughout the county to fund all of these services that people are probably take for granted sometimes. And the money has to come from somewhere, so those millage rates get assessed each year, and then we have the role of collecting those funds and distributing it back.
But I may also then see you if I need like a hunting or fishing license.
That's
maybe
correct.
Give me the bigger picture too, all the other things that are coming through this office.
Yes, we issue hunting and fishing licenses. We issue Florida birth certificates as well. We actually issue concealed weapons licenses and vehicle for hire. So towing and taxis also come into our office.
Now you mentioned not being the DMV, right? But obviously this is where I would come to get driver's license, get my vehicle registered. I think one of the interesting things here is, unlike the DMV that you would think of like it's this big thing run out of Tallahassee, you all are local here in the community. You're, as an elected official, you're accountable to people in the community, and you have offices all over Hillsborough County. Maybe talk to me about how many offices and where I might find them.
Yes, we have 400 employees serving, in a given year we serve about 1 million people. In our offices that come and visit us. And we have 8 offices located throughout Hillsborough County. We have it on our website. People can go and visit and check us out and see which location is nearest them. But we also have made it quite easy with innovation and technology. Having online services and making it easy and accessible for folks is something that's important to us, and having those services so that you don't have to come into our office is something that we take pride in. And I think one of the things that I think as an elected and being here locally is that we take customer service to heart. We are public servants, and we want to make sure that we're providing the gold standard in customer service in Hillsborough County.
When you mentioned 400 employees, when you're looking for them, I hear tax collector, I feel like you're hiring a bunch of accountants, but that's not really, you're hiring people, right?
Yes.
Folks who are great at helping you solve your problem. Maybe
That's
talk to me
correct.
about what you're looking for in people who join the team.
Yes, we hire people, as I said, that have that servant heart, that love helping people. I often tell our people when they first start is that if you don't love helping people and you don't like being around people, this is probably not the place for you because of the nature of our business. Everyone's here for a purpose, and we invest in our people, and we also like to make it fun And we've made this a place where we've changed the culture and make them proud of where they work. And again, when you have happy employees, you're going to have happy customers. And that's something that we do. When you're providing an essential service that everyone needs and desperate for that driver's license or getting their vehicle registered because they have to go to work, these are important things to people, and it matters. And so having the time to be empathetic and being compassionate with folks and trying to help is something that's important to us, and making sure that they serve our customers with that same dignity and respect is important.
That's a great approach, because people come to you, when they really need things. Let's talk about that for a second. If I need services, we can talk about all the non-in-person ways to do it, but if I do come in person, do I need an appointment? How does that all work?
We have walk-ins available. Right now, people can walk in, scan a QR code, and get themselves in line. We've implemented some technology to allow them to know exactly where they are in line, so that sometimes, again, we talk about 1 million people that are coming into our office. So sometimes there will be a wait, but we've implemented some services or some technology to allow you to know exactly where you are, so that you have some time to maybe go get a cup of coffee, or maybe you can sit in your car until it's time for you to come into our office. We also have appointments that are available. Again, we are trying to make it where it's easy for our customers to plan their day and get in and out of our office as soon as possible.
And a lot of times, because of the investments you've made in technology and innovating, I don't even need to come in, right? Talk to me maybe about some of those.
We have
ways.
done a number of things to try to streamline our processes so that you don't have to come in. For instance, we have renewals for your registration for your vehicles. You can do it online, and it's mailed to you within a couple days. If you need it in your hand because you're a procrastinator like me sometimes, then you can actually schedule to pick it up in the afternoon at a certain location. We also have kiosks that are super, super convenient, located at some of our Publix around the county, where it serves as just like an ATM. You go to this machine, you enter your tag number, your information. You pay with a credit card, and guess what? You get your registration with decal right in your hand at that very moment. So while you're out buying bread and milk, guess what? You can register your vehicle at the same time.
That is pretty convenient. Yes. I think that's great. And I can find, if I need answers to how to figure this out, or I'm interested in an appointment, but I don't even know how to make it, I can go to the website.
That's correct.
Or I can call a phone number and get help, right?
Yes, so you can go into our website at hillstax.org, or you can call 813-635-5200, and someone's out there to help you and answer all of your questions.
That's really spectacular. I think about the technology, and I think about the registration. I actually am waiting for my decal to arrive. I just got a notice. I got mail from you, and I filled it out online. It worked out really well. And I'm a procrastinator, but my wife is not, and she put it right in front of me and said, take care of this. So I did. And so I'm excited, because that's so much more convenient than I remember years ago having to make appointments or walk in. It really worked out well for me. If there's one thing that you think the public doesn't know or doesn't understand about the work your team does here, what would you say you want to make sure they understand?
I think it's important for them to understand that we are, especially with driver's license and motor vehicles, that we work under the guise of the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicle, and their policies and statutes that require us, to have certain documents in place with real ID. And after 9/11, federal laws changed where we have to ensure that that person getting that ID is in fact that person, and providing those different documents is essential, and making sure that the quality and what we're doing is meeting all of the standards that are set by the state. So it's really important for folks to understand that this is not something that we are just giving you a hard time.
You're not making me jump through hoops just to jump through hoops.
These are federal mandates that have come down, that we have to meet, and there are certain requirements that are very strict. And that's what we have to do, and sometimes I think it's there's some misconception as to why we do certain things, but it's the law and we have to follow it, and there is a reason, because we're trying to protect our people and protect the safety of our community.
And ultimately you have that commitment, right, to make sure that an ID does belong to who it belongs to, or when it comes to your taxes, that everyone gets treated fairly. Correct. And is only paying and handling exactly what they need to pay, which is a great commitment to the public. Well, Nancy
Right.
Millan, thank you for
Thank
sitting down
you,
with me and
Grayson.
talking with us through this podcast. We're going to continue to bring you more messages and more information, things that are going to help make your life easier on getting driver's licenses and vehicle registrations and other things as our podcast series continues.